Are we live? Okay, let's make sure that we are live first. Let's take it all in first, and nice one to start with Vueling Cantabria Infinita and then American. So where's Vueling going? It's going to Gatwick. Safe trip. I love Gatwick. And behind will be American going to Dallas. If we are live, good morning and good afternoon, depending where you're watching from. Let's let Vueling go. I'm Lan and this is Wings and Runways live on YouTube, and we are standing at the viewing point to the holding point of Barcelona's Prat runway 24 left. In front of us is American 777 going to Dallas. And if you're looking at our old thumbnail, I do apologize. This is another impromptu live for us. I didn't think we were going to go live today because we did it yesterday from the arrivals point, but here we are. The weather is lovely and although a bit windy, and I thought, okay, let's not miss this opportunity. And today, unlike yesterday, we were actually able to get into the tower to show you the departures. So we're starting with a wide body, that's good. A 26-year-old American 777, a transatlantic veteran. And off it went. I see another American taxiing towards the holding point, and this is going to be this time a 7878, just 5-year-old Dreamliner, and this one will be going back to Philadelphia, but not before one of our favorites on the show, and I'm talking about a private jet. So we'll see this one first, and then we'll see American. There will be a couple more North American departures, hopefully in the next 20 minutes. I see from radar JetBlue will be departing back to Boston from here. And yeah, that is a brand new presence at Prat. Started only this week, so JetBlue operating here now, and today, I believe, it's in this beautiful all blue livery. So that's departing in 10 minutes. For now, pocket rocket and then a Dreamliner. Excuse me. Yeah, it is very windy, and I'm sure the microphone picks it up. And hello, Kubi Montana, watching from Germany, from Frankfurt. Hope you stay with us. We're hoping to be here at least a couple of hours. But it is very windy, guys, and yeah, that may or may not be quite audible. The advantage of being here is you can also overview the arrivals to runway 24 right, and that's busy today. It's a Sunday, early afternoon. That's a very busy time for arrivals. Excuse me. Again, I just have to mention that we are sharing a public platform with other spotters, so you might be hearing different voices, conversations and languages in the background. This is a private platform, so there's nothing we can do about that. On the contrary, it's nice to see so many people interested in aviation. And I might let it go. Rotate, American, rotate, and the wingspan of a Dreamliner. I love the shape of the Dreamliner wings. Amazing. So, in the background of Terminal 1, I see that Cathay Pacific is pushing back. Of course, this will be a connection to Hong Kong, A350. When we were setting up today, we just missed Air China A350. So I wasn't very happy about that, but there's nothing I can do. When you arrive here and there are very many people, you have to wait until people leave so you can get through to stand nearby and do a setup. So we've missed that one for you guys today, but hopefully the A350 from Cathay Pacific will make up for it. Right now we have a couple of Vuelings in front of us. At the holding point, we've got a domestic connection. A321 going to Seville, and right behind it, it's a Vueling going to Palma de Mallorca, which is also another domestic connection, of course. And I still don't see this very distinctive blue plane in the background, which means JetBlue is not ready to go yet. Excuse me. In the background, the arrival of Lufthansa from Frankfurt on the A320neo. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. And behind Vueling going to Mallorca, there's EasyJet going back to Bristol, the A319. Are we okay? Lovely. The wind is a little bit less fierce now, don't you think? Bye easy. And up next, a Ryanair 737-8. This is an 18-year-old veteran here going to Rome Fiumicino. Excuse me. And back to the center, we've got something called Bartolini Air right now. And this is a Cessna citation CJ1, and it's going to Malta. This, I think, is one of the smallest private jets I have seen here. It's literally tiny without zoom. But like I always say, these are pocket rockets. Once they go up in a year, they make the same amount of noise as the A320. They look as fierce. They go up so quickly. And behind it, another connection to Rome Fiumicino. This will be, this time, Vueling. But let's see the Malta connection first. Amazing! Well done. Ooh, in the background we have level. In the background we have level, and that's an arrival from JFK. We should see a couple of level departures here in the next hour or so. Although level likes to go to that other runway to depart to 24 right, we will see. At least one of them should be coming via this holding point. But let's see the Malta connection first. Listen to that noise. Small but powerful. Okay, and I'm getting very excited because I can see that JetBlue is pushing back from its gate, and that also answers my question: where is JetBlue positioned here, in which terminal? And that is Terminal 2, because it is right next to Ryanair. So JetBlue is now based here at Terminal 2, and like I said, this is going to be a blue JetBlue. I have never seen it before, so I'm excited. In the distance I also see British Airways, double excitement. And that was Ryanair also departing to Palma de Mallorca. And in front of us, Vueling going to Ibiza. Very sharply, BA is coming towards us, no hanging about. An A319 on this connection, 21-year-old aircraft going back to London Heathrow, of course. And pretty amazing also, I see Latam in the background coming towards us as well. This is what I love. This is what I love departures. This is why I love departures. It seems like there's always something going on, and if there isn't, you can just look at pushbacks before they come. So there's so much more to look at. Plus, from this viewing point, you can also see arrivals in the distance, but still you can see them. Okay, let's see Vueling off to Ibiza first. Hello, Sam Nicholson, and hello to Anivas from Athens. Thank you for joining us. And BA's off. Safe trip. And there's a group of people that just joined us, so there might be some loud voices. Latam is approaching the holding point. This is a 6-year-old Latam Dreamliner going back to GRU, Sao Paulo, of course. Looking fabulous. And Cathay Pacific also finally here, but first a Latam. Wow, let's move back to the center. Cathay Pacific, as I said earlier, this is the A350-9. Returning to Hong Kong. And behind we will have EasyJet A320 going back to London Gatwick. And no matter how hard I look, I still can't see JetBlue, even though it's such a distinctive aircraft. Hopefully soon. Powerful. We've got another Cessna citation, and this little one is going to Berlin. And behind it, EasyJet A319 going to Naples. And of course, we've got another biggie taxiing towards the holding point, and that is Boeing 777 from Air Canada going to Toronto. The 777 with its cockpit window eyeliner eye.
Si vas a bajar de eso, yo voy a bajar contar contigo. Mira el ZN. Aunque llevas un caso. Yo que voy a llevar un caso y acabar con una guerra que va a ser.
And suddenly we are surrounded by people. Literally surrounded by people. So you probably hear all the loud conversations.
¿Verdad?
Yeah, we can see the Air Canada now. And like I said, behind me a lot of people, so if you guys hear voices, conversations, we are at the very public platform. Yeah, sure, absolutely. It's EasyJet jet just going off to Naples, but we are showing you Air Canada Boeing 777. Ready to depart back to Toronto. In the background, Emirates 777 is arriving from Mexico City, but we're fully focusing on Air Canada now. And guys, I can see it. I can see JetBlue is taxiing towards us. That makes me very excited. This was what I wanted to see today. JetBlue A321, obviously this is the long range Neo, only 1 year old. And JetBlue, of course, one of the pioneers of a transatlantic narrow body journey. And of course they went first, Icelandair, Aer Lingus, they were doing it, but from 2021, JetBlue is powering those Neos over the Atlantic. So yeah, it's coming, but first will be Vueling. And this one's off to Amsterdam. Yeah, there's that JetBlue. There it is, taxiing towards us. Okay, right now Vueling to Milan Malpensa. Okay, two next connections. First, Ryanair at the holding point going to Stansted, and this is a very familiar route for me. I've done it 100 times, if not more. So, hello. Ryanair off to Stansted. And behind, obviously, JetBlue off to Boston. And I caught you. When I was coming this morning, I didn't think that I'm going to be in time for JetBlue, but luckily it is a little bit delayed, so we get to show it. And like I said, this is a brand new connection here at Prat. Only started this week. I think this might be the third rotation. So, yes, bye-bye JetBlue, but really what I should be saying is welcome JetBlue, welcome to Barcelona. Look at the color. Look at the color of that aircraft. It's amazing. In a glistening sun, it looks fabulous. And despite the fact this is probably a seasonal connection and it might well disappear around October, I'm sure that within the summertime we will see a lot of JetBlue aircraft. And some of them, as I said before, come with great liveries. Yeah, also you can learn the numbers in Spanish here. As people count the planes on the runway. Right now Wizz Air off to Milan Malpensa as well. And this is a brand new Neo. And when I say brand new, this time it's really brand new. It's flying since February, so 2-month-old Neo. And of course Wizz Air has got one of the youngest fleets in Europe. Where is the plane? Says good morning from the US and good morning to you as well. JetBlue's first flight from Boston was Thursday, yes. Well, like I said, it could be a third rotation. Thank you for that information. And Gary says scenery is awesome. Hello from the UK. Hello, Gary. Where have you been? You haven't joined the live yesterday. And right now KLM off to Amsterdam, of course. Oh, you've been ill. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you are feeling better. Make a cup of tea and enjoy the show. And hello, Sky. Hi, Aviation. Hello, Sky, one of my original subscribers. Big welcome to you as well. Nice to have you here with me. Right now we've got Vueling taking off to Catania in Italy. Okay, 2 connections to Paris, right in front of us at the holding point Vueling, Vueling to Charles de Gaulle, and right behind it Air France also to Charles de Gaulle. And sandwich in between is Vueling to Gran Canaria, so a domestic connection. And yet another departure to Paris. Air France today on the A321, so bigger aircraft than usual. Glad to hear it, Gary, glad to hear it. And of course, American Dreamliner, Dash 8, is coming towards us. Well, it's already here, in fact. So let's let the Gran Canaria go first, and then we focus on this American. Year-old 787-8 returning to JFK. I wonder if it's Bolo or Croatian Air coming, but yeah, first American. It's Bolo in the distance. Good. Guys, American off to New York.
Viaje 4 segundos. شوف
I apologize for the noise in the background. There's loads of children here at the moment. And we've got Iberia, Iberia, whatever you call it. I call it all these names. But I think Volotea is skipping ahead. So yeah, departure sequencing works like this sometimes. And yeah, Volotea, another Spanish airline, going predominantly to those less busy airports like Murcia, and also to France, like, well, Marseille probably not a greatest example because Marseille is quite a busy airport. But yeah, let's focus on this one, Volotea going to Marseille. This is a 19-year-old aircraft, and of course it's an Airbus A319. Okay. Now Ibe coming forward, going to Madrid. About an hour from here. Iberia operates this route. Vueling does not go to Madrid. It goes to pretty much everywhere in Europe and in quite a few destinations in North Africa, but it does not go to Madrid. So think of it as you may, but this is Ibe now departing. And of course Air Europa is also operating between here and Madrid. Ooh, powerful. All right. Where is the plane says, I just checked an article posted on our Discord. JetBlue Boston BCN will run until October 26. Okay, that's fantastic. That means we'll have a lot of time to film it. And Hair Silhouette says, hello from Malaga. Big welcome to you. Sky, honestly, before I came to Barcelona, to film, I have never heard of Volotea either. But it's one of these things that you get to see when you actually come in and spend some time here. I've never seen them at the airport. I've never seen them at any gate. I've never seen them push back in next to me either. So yeah, they have quite a few connections between here, the rest of Spain and France. It's one of the Spanish smaller airlines. And like I said, they go predominantly to those smaller Spanish airports. Right now we've got Lufti going to Frankfurt, going back to Frankfurt. And at the holding point, Vueling A320 going to Ibiza. I see from radar that Avianca is pushing back. But the thing with Avianca is it almost always on a Sunday depart from runway 24 right. And of course we are overlooking runway 24 left. Yeah, there's some little Vueling fans there shouting Vueling. Maybe I should be on a quest of making Vueling big for the show.
Excuse me, which phone is that?
Sorry?
Which phone?
This is iPhone 16 Pro.
I like the quality.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's really good. Thank you.
And what is maybe on the camera?
Yeah, I mean, we've got, the camera is actually filming. We're just using the phone to actually see what we're filming. But I mean,
It's 14K quality.
I use this camera on my phone to do shorts for my YouTube channel. I never, yes, we are live right now. I never use the big camera and it's a really fantastic quality. All my shorts.
I will subscribe you. Your account.
Oh, lovely.
Channel.
Thank you. We are called Wings and Runways. We will come up here. This is us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day.
To explain to the viewers that it's went quiet and we're going to reduce the Prat, the tripod to the side.
Okay. Sure, yes. Suddenly it's all empty in here, isn't it? Because we've hit this quiet moment, but it's only for a second because Avianca is coming. We're going to do some work around the tripod. It was a little high, so we're going to reduce. That's why you're seeing weird things happening right now. Yeah, we had to go up because initially when we came, there were so many people, we couldn't even spread the legs of the tripod properly. So we had to make it stand really high, so the legs don't go very much, like very far out. And I am really hoping that Avianca comes past here, because we've had a good selection of wide bodies, but of course, why not another? So I think maybe that break will happen in like 10-15 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes.
Sure. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, this is different. Okay. I think that's also good. Just, it wasn't very comfortable to film from such high position, wasn't it? Yeah, I understand. Okay, it looks like Avianca is coming here. Let's see. And it is. And it is Emirates. Emirates also coming in the distance. No doubt from Dubai. Yeah, the 777 just arriving from Dubai as well. But we are focusing on Avianca now. Unfortunately, only the 777. I know it sounds ridiculous because that's a magnificent aircraft in itself, but when it replaces the A380, what can you say? Hopefully only temporarily. Do you want this as well? Yes, Avianca, 9-year-old 7878. As far as I'm concerned, Avianca only has the Dash 8 Dreamliners in its fleet. I've never seen Avianca with different equipment. And it has all the space as it is here alone now. Lufthansa is taxiing in the background, but still far. Lovely aircraft, love the red engines. Remind me very much of Virgin Atlantic. I always think of Virgin Atlantic when I see Avianca. Do you want to go for like a 15-minute break? Yeah, absolutely.
I accidentally hung on it, and I was shaking. I think it's cemented in, right?
Okay, what we'll do now is, because we're hitting a quiet period, we're going to put it onto the holding point for you guys to view, exactly like that, and we'll take a few minutes to refuel, have some water, and maybe eat something. But in the meantime, we're not really missing out on anything. It's quiet right now. We just need to eat and drink. Bye, Sky. Thank you for being here. See you soon, hopefully. And Where's the Plane tells me I'm about 80 subscribers from 10,000, and guys, if I hit it during the live show, I would be, well, I would hit the roof. I would be ecstatic. I know I am close. I saw it, well, over the last few days. I thought, will we hit 10,000 subscribers before our first birthday? Because the channel started on the 9th of May last year. So we've got, well, a couple of weeks to go, maybe a bit more. And I thought, will it happen? I so wished. So I think we are getting very close to this landmark for the show. I am really, really happy. I can't tell you guys how happy I am with this. Of course, there are channels that make it to hundreds of thousands in the first year, but I consider it to be an enormous success to captivate 10,000 people. Because the truth on YouTube is that most people watch, but they don't subscribe. So if people subscribe, that means I must be doing something right. Sam Nicholson says, see you in a bit. Yes, of course. Very, very rarely do I ask people to like or subscribe. So the more I'm happy when people do. I think people don't need to be persuaded. If you like something, then you subscribe to it. But yes, that would be an amazing milestone to achieve before the first birthday of the channel. Right now we've got VistaJet Embraer Legacy 650E going to Athens. And it's still quiet for the next 10-15 minutes. Excuse me. I do apologize if you hear me coughing and clearing my nose and my throat. It's the combination of jet fuel, the wind that carries the sand from the beach that is just directly behind me, makes me sneeze, makes me cough. It's not so great when someone has sinus problems, as I do. Today there was going to be a 28-year-old Icelandair aircraft here. And I just wonder, am I seeing it? No, that's Ryanair. I'm seeing in the distance. Has it gone already, or is it yet to depart? And we have a Ryanair here going back to Liverpool. And then we will have Bristol, both Ryanair. Will be going to Bristol, and behind, a little bit of a treat, we've got Royal Air Maroc shortly be departing to Casablanca, and the aircraft is 737 MAX 8. Behind Royal Air Maroc, also Lufthansa, the A320neo back to Frankfurt. So I said it on the show yesterday, I heard that Lufthansa is trying to manage the fuel shortages by cancelling their domestic flights with immediate effect. Also, apparently some European flights, it doesn't seem that way here. You pretty much see Lufthansa every hour arriving and departing. Very, very busy. Obviously, Lufthansa, plenty German nationals live here, and obviously big demand for holiday destination. Although we are technically not in a full holiday season yet, but there's also tons of Ryanair connections from here to Germany. Okay. There is a Lufthansa. Excuse me. And we've got Level A332 taxiing towards us. Shortly be departing to San Francisco. This is a Vueling's domestic connection to Asturias. And I don't know if you guys remember, I said before that there are two level departures, one to LA and one to San Francisco. We've just seen the San Francisco one, but the one to LA is departing from runway 24 right. I know that because I can see it in the distance taxiing to that runway. Yeah, that it is. It is that in the background, sorry. It is a level aircraft. So that's Vueling off to Asturias, but I want to take you guys back here. And here it is in the background, in the distance, level off to Los Angeles. So that will depart very close to the point where we yesterday filmed arrivals. Unfortunately, this is not somewhere where we can just skip to. It's quite far from here. And while you're actually standing there, you have a really great close-up onto the aircraft cockpit, well, everything. And yeah, that's where LEVEL is heading at the moment. In front of us is Ryanair to Dublin. And yet again, we're very quiet in here. We've seen off the busy period with LEVEL departure. But we will have Vueling departing to Mallorca shortly. And yes, LEVEL is turning at 24 right, ready to depart to LAX from there. All right, let's have a look at the comments. Lufty is also getting rid of the A340s by the end of October. Oh, that is sad. That is really sad news. And getting rid of the 747s in 2027. Well, I definitely hope to make an oceanic crossing before that happens, which means I have to get to Frankfurt to fly to New York, probably Newark, right? Am I right? The Lufty goes from Frankfurt to Newark on a 747. That's, yes. That's sad news. I mean, of course, a few years ago, the pandemic accelerated the retirement of the 747s. I feel like right now, this situation in the Middle East may accelerate the demise of the A380s. Although, you know, I don't want to. His actually LEVEL. Sorry, his LEVEL taking off from 24 right to LA, but I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There, I got it now. Yeah, let's zoom in on this one. There you go. So I feel like, you know, some A380 routes are getting chopped off at the moment, being replaced with the A359 and the 777 by Emirates right now. Also, as I said yesterday, when I was at Heathrow a couple of weeks ago, I did not see a single Qatar Airways A380. But normally you get quite a few Qatar A380s coming throughout the day, from early morning until late into the evening. That did not happen. All the connections were being carried on the A359s and the 777s. So yeah, I hope that doesn't happen with the A380. Right. Thanks for this great info. Flies it to Boston. I would go to New York. I haven't been to Boston though, but I would still go to New York. And right now in front of us, another Vueling. That's the one shortly be departing to Palma de Mallorca. And behind it, we've got NetJets going to Cannes. How beautiful. Very short hop. And this is a Cessna Citation Latitude 8-year-old aircraft registered in Portugal. And I see behind me so many people are now dipping into the sea. The beach is actually really busy. Yeah, it's getting there. 25 degrees yesterday and today again. Although it's windy, it's perfect for some water sports, of course. But many people just sitting, relaxing. I see a yellow tail in the distance, which means Pegasus is coming forward. So yeah, Pegasus, of course. Let's let this one go first. Oh, I see Icelandair coming in the background. That's that Icelandair that I was talking about, but right. And Icelandair arrived. As I said earlier, I was looking forward to seeing this veteran. It's in the background, taxiing to Terminal 1 right now. This is a 757-200, 28 years old, arriving from Keflavik, Reykjavik, of course. And in front of us, Pegasus, shortly be departing to Istanbul, Seoul. So not Istanbul International. I wouldn't dream of pronouncing the name of that airport, so I just safely call it Seoul. Pegasus, of course, has quite a new fleet as well. And this is a 1-year-old A321 Neo. Right. So just looking at the comments, someone says, saludos desde Sabadell, Barcelona, España. Soy chileño. Hello to you as well. You're not too far from us if you are from Sabadell. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy. Gary says, what more could a person ask for? Sea, sun, beautiful fresh air, and loads of planes. I completely agree with you, Gary. Absolutely. And hello to the CSJK. You are in Germany, near Basel, Switzerland. And yes, Qatar had a lot of the aircraft parked for a bit. Yes, and yes, at Teruel. In fact, a few weeks ago, and I think I'm going to post it in separate posts, I have spotted 4 Qatar Airways in a row, and I have to say they were the old A350s going to Teruel. That was, I would say, approximately 4 weeks ago. I saw them 4 in a row going from Doha to Teruel. I'm sure they haven't come back since, and I'm sure they must have parked some A380s there as well, because like I said, I haven't seen an A380 from Qatar Airways for a moment. And back to radar. This is Vueling going to Mahon. It's the A321. Behind it, EasyJet going to Geneva. So we've definitely hit the more quiet period now. But yes, they're coming forward. 60 subs to go to make it 10,000. Thank you for the update. Thank you very much. It is extremely appreciated from everyone who has subscribed. Correct. It's actually a spray for flies. It's a repellent for flies, because there seems to be quite a lot of flies suddenly in here, and that can happen. It happened on Tuesday as well. So yeah, I do have to spray it, also to keep them away from the camera. Right, getting busier again, which is good news. And we have Iberia Regional, so Iberia Regional going to Badajoz. It's the only airline that brings this aircraft here, Mitsubishi CRJ 1000. Coming forward here, at the holding point is a Vueling A320, another connection to Milan Malpensa, and I have told you guys this before. There is an hour here where Ryanair or Vueling or Wizz Air don't go to Milan Malpensa. It's a hugely popular route, like a domestic route almost, and I think sometimes exceeds the demand in comparison to any other domestic route. Behind there will be a Vueling A320neo with Asturias Paraíso Natural sticker. Vueling heavily promotes Asturias, Cantabria. Quite a few aircraft carry the stickers and deliveries promoting the northern regions of Spain. Marcelo Rodrigo says boa tarde from Brazil. Hello to you as well. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Brazil. We had Latam departing about an hour ago to Sao Paulo. Thank you for streaming that content, Avilator. Yeah, we try. So I did say yesterday we wanted to come and do this show instead of today, because I thought I won't be able to make it today. I wanted to do this yesterday. However, when we arrived yesterday in close proximity of the airport, we found out there was a sporting competition taking place, and so we couldn't get here. The roads were closed, so we had to settle for the other platform, and we decided to film arrivals instead. However, I thought, okay, let's do this today. Let's generate another couple of hours to do the show today, because the next one will be on Sunday, so a week away. My idea for the show is to do that is to do it, on Sundays, because I think most people watch on Sunday. It's the most relaxing day for many people, and free. Although we had quite a few people watching on Tuesday morning as well, so that is something to evaluate. Nevertheless, we have ended up with 3 shows this week. At the moment, that's not going to be the norm, I'm afraid, as I have to see to my other commitments. It will be regularly streamed and called Rotate Sunday on Sunday morning to Sunday afternoon. Again, we have to decide on the times because I need to carefully evaluate the time zones and where are people watching from, because there's no point doing a show where I have a lot of subscribers, for example, in South Asia, quite a lot in Australia as well, and in North and South America. I mean, predominant base is here in Europe, but South Asia and North America are also big. So I would need to sort of structure it around the time where it satisfies everybody, and that is not easy. So we might have to alternate within different hours, but it will definitely be done on Sunday. And Brian Pedroso says, good morning, Wings and Runways from Miami. Good morning to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Last news of Vueling being, before going, transferred to Iberia. Is that so? And why, if I may ask, are Vueling's Neos being transferred to Iberia? If you know, you could tell us all. That's interesting piece of news. And the next one is Vueling domestic connection to Santiago de Compostela, taxiing towards us. And then there will be a Vueling. Sorry, that's just arrived. Sorry, I thought there will be another connection to Palma, but that's just arrived. However, we will have another domestic connection to Alicante. And I think British Airways is also coming towards us. Quite far down the runway, but I think it's coming. And this time, oh yeah, it's a brand new BA A321neo. Of course, returning to Heathrow. We'll see it in a minute. Quite a few days without a new BA aircraft inside. We will also shortly see KLM departing back to Amsterdam. And we've got Jean-Michel Lalonzo. Hello from Martinique. Hello, probably the most exotic location we are being watched from today. A big hello to you as well. Welcome to the show. Yes, thank you to Avilator or Avilator. We are very happy you support our work. Okay, this is Vueling off to Santiago, and the second one will be going to Alicante. And what happened to BA? I can no longer see. Oh, I see. Okay, I see them now. It's, yeah, still quite far, but on its way. Normally, I love the KLM blue. KLM's very specific blue color. Here it is in the background taxiing towards us, but today we had JetBlue departing right in front of KLM, and I have to say JetBlue stole the crown for the more beautiful blue. Tell you who I haven't seen for a while, Eurowings. I haven't seen Eurowings for quite a few weeks. However, at Heathrow, it's a different story. It seems like there wasn't a 15 minutes without Eurowings arriving. Because I think about it now because I see Eurowings arriving in the distance here, but that's been ages since I've seen it departing from here. And yes, BA clearly coming now towards us in the distance. Let's have a look at this lovely KLM, no doubt 737. This is a 15-year-old aircraft. And Vueling just arrived behind the ATC. Excuse me. Yeah, and BA is coming towards us. I just had a look at radar, and right now we have the arrivals at Heathrow happening over Myrtle Avenue, so runway 27 left in operation. So if you are at Heathrow at the moment and plane spotting, you will probably see this aircraft arriving in a couple of hours to runway 27 right, because at 3 p.m. UK time the operation normally changes at Heathrow, and aircraft gets sent to the northern runway.
Mira, ahora van a venir otros dos aviones. Vas a tener que verlo desde abajo. No es lo suficiente todavía.
It's quite a lot of people coming in. Might be a little bit of a noise because they have kids with them. In the distance, there's Qatar Airways shortly be arriving from Doha. But of course, we are looking at British Airways and Ryanair taxiing down the runway. But I'll probably turn the camera when I see Qatar Airways A350-900 arriving. For now, BA.
¿Tú lo ves?
Un río, levántame.
Salidas. Este es un British Airways. ¿Dónde va esto? ¿Qué hora es?
And we've got Grandad Seaside 1248 says greetings from Fleetwood. Yes, saying greetings from Fleetwood. That's right. I'm reading this correctly. In England. Wonderful stream. Thank you very much. I'm really happy you're enjoying it. And thank you for tuning in and staying with us. Right now we've got BA departing back to London. Okay, at the holding point we've got Ryanair 7378 shortly be departing to Venice, but when BA goes, I want to show the Qatar A350-900 arrival to runway 24 right. This is of course a little further than 24 left that we are standing in front of. Let's see, Qatar Airways only started coming here on the A350-9 this week. So before, the 3 rotations a day were being made on the Dreamliner and occasionally, and I say this very occasionally, on the 777. However, this week, two of these connections, I think 137 or 142, have been changed to the A350-9. So obviously change of aircraft. I'm not sure if it's permanent or just temporary. But it was nice to see it yesterday also arriving from Doha when we were filming arrivals at 248. And that's Qatar arriving right now. Fantastic. So the great thing about being here is we can see both arrivals and departures. When we are at the arrivals spot, we can't see departures. There's a great big palm tree right in the middle, and that's the reason we can't see to the departures sector of the airport.
El culo. Claro, al revés que en el despegue. En el despegue primero la cola y el culo después. Voy a aterrizar primero culo, luego.
And Stephen Grant says, hi, great stream watching from Gloucester, England. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. Really happy you enjoying. And Brian Pedroso says, I have news regarding Aerolíneas Argentinas. By all means, share the news. Oh, it looks like you shared the news. Is going to fly to Barcelona in the future. Is it really? Is it really? That would be amazing. I have never seen Aerolíneas Argentina or Argentinas in action live, never. So, wow. Not really too sure what sort of aircraft they have, probably the A330s, right? That would be amazing to see it, because right now it's only LEVEL that flies to Argentina from here. From Madrid also, well, Iberia and Air Europa both fly to Argentina, but from here it's only LEVEL. So that's another great blue livery, isn't it? Aerolíneas, it would be lovely to see it here.
Como están retrasados, no, tengo que mirar cuál era.
Okay, so we've got Vueling. No, Ryanair will go first, I guess.
Sevilla o Porto.
That's going to Trieste in, I think, Italy. And the second one is Vueling to Bilbao. Yesterday, during our live stream, we've had the arrival of the Spanish government on the A310 aircraft, and it's happened around an hour into our stream, and then I cut it out of the live stream and put it in as a separate footage on a short yesterday. We were very lucky to see it. We've been actually alerted by a fellow spotter because that aircraft did not show on my flight radar 24. So we were very lucky to see that as well. We've got Turkish Airlines taxiing down towards us as well on A321neo. I've seen a lot of these young neos today. This one's radar says 1 year old, but not sure how it can be 1 year old when it was born in July 2024. So yeah, a little bit older than that probably, but nevertheless a very young Neo. Let's see this Vueling off first. I'm just looking at my analytics, and my subscriber number is now 9966. Does that mean anything? 9966. So that means we are 34 subscribers away from this big milestone of 10,000. Thank you once again to everybody that has subscribed today and in the past. Your support means a lot.
Ahí está el Palau San Jordi y ahí está la torre y el Estadio Olímpico. Ahí vamos a ir a ver el base. Pues ahora pues aprovechando eso.
And we've got Royal Jordanian arriving from Amman in the background as well. This is on the Embraer 295. A very, very unique aircraft, of course, because it's either black or a really deep grey.
Oh, yeah,
Here it is. And this is also a young aircraft, only 2-year-old. But now Barcelona, Istanbul and Turkish takeoff. Another private jet. This is, well, Jester. No, not sure what to make of the name. Cessna Citation Latitude. It's going to Madrid. If you love private jets, this is the airport for you. Just an amazing stream of these. Okay, are we live now? So, a little bit of troubleshooting. And I'm not sure if the stream has cut off completely, as we had to change the battery. Or are we in fact still live undisturbed? Yeah, thank you for telling me. Nope, all good. Yes, sometimes these things can happen. It's good that it didn't happen. Oh, and we have Air Baltic and Transavia or Transavia, depending on how you pronounce it, also coming towards us. So a little bit of green after a lot of yellow and blue from Vueling and Ryanair makes a difference. Excuse me. Okay, obviously observing separation, and I'm sure that it's off shortly. Yeah, the holding point is looking like a little bit of an obstacle course at the moment. Both Transavia and Air Baltic now coming forward, and Vueling also waiting. Okay, this is Vueling off to Paris. This is the second airport, ORY, either Orly. And then we will have Air Baltic going back to Riga on the Bombardier or Airbus 220-300 as it is also known. And I see that United is pushing back from one of the gates at Terminal 1. And this will be a 7878 Dreamliner departing shortly to Ort, to Chicago. It looks like Air Baltic is going ahead of Transavia. Air Baltic, of course, one of the very few airlines, if not the only one in the world, operating solely on the A220 aircraft. Fantastic, fantastic. Delta to JFK and Level to Miami. So I hope, I'm yet to see it on radar. I can't see it at the moment, but I hope they will be departing here rather than from 24 right. So in front of us first, Transavia. That's basically like the baby of KLM and Air France, part of the same group. Returning to Amsterdam. No problem. This is Iberia the A321 going to Madrid. So we have seen maybe 2 or 3 Iberias going to Madrid today, but we have not seen an Air Europa aircraft. And normally we see both a 737 and a Dreamliner. Yes, and now we are waiting for the 3 wide bodies, Delta, United and Level. All of them departing to the United States. But first we'll see off a Wizz Air A321 going to Bucharest. Yes, hello to you as well. Absolutely. This is why I actually sounded disappointed yesterday, because although it's nice to see planes arriving, and I love that location where we were yesterday, if I'm relaxing on my own or taking light footage on my phone. However, this is a far better spot, and because yesterday the roads around it were closed, we couldn't get here. So yeah, initially it was supposed to be a show done from here. I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to return, because I didn't feel my week was complete until I came here and filmed the departures. So yeah, I agree. I completely agree. And this is my preferential location for a live show. Definitely this is where we'll be filming our Rotate Sunday show. Thank you for your comment, and thank you for watching all the way from Washington, DC. Right now we have Wizz Air, like I said before, going to Bucharest. This is one of those interesting Wizz Airs that has Abu Dhabi written on its tail. And of course, this is because Wizz Air for some time had a base at Abu Dhabi. This is no longer the case. The aircraft is no longer there. I think Wizz Air ended its presence there because primarily it was hoping to get access to the South Asian routes like Indigo, but that didn't happen for whatever reason. I don't know why, I wouldn't want to speculate. So Wizz Air is now fully stationed back in Europe. But it's lovely to see its Abu Dhabi tail. Quite a lot of clicks in the background as people take pictures. And of course United. United is here. Let's see if I'm right, but I'd say at least one of the two, either Delta or Level, will be departing from another runway. So let's see which one. One Level has already departed to LAX from 248. So will it be Delta? Normally, it's either Avianca or Latam that go there. Today we have seen them both from here, and all American airlines since we came have departed from here. So really good to, it was really good to see them close by. United, of course, back to Chicago. And Jorge Spinota says, is this a 777? No, this is a Dreamliner. It's a 787-8. Wow. Right, Ryanair Ryanair departing to Palma. Behind is Vueling going to Seville, so 2 domestic connections, and I'm still on the lookout for those 2 wide bodies. Oh, okay, I see Delta has moved. And we'll see. If it turns, it's coming here. If it goes straight on, then that means it's going to 24 right. I can see it in the distance. You will see it in a minute as well as we follow this Ryanair. Not sure why, but I think it was invisible, but we'll show it in a minute. And yes, Delta is turning here. It's coming towards us. Yes, fantastic. That's great news. So now we only need level, but level is still at the gate. Yeah. Qatar Airways A350, 10-year-old aircraft. And this is going to be a departure to JFK. A lot of people quite happy about this here because they want to take pictures. Behind this Vueling going to Seville, we have Vueling going to Brussels. Norwegian just arriving in the background from Stockholm, Arlanda. What's happening with Vueling? Why is it going so slow? Could this be aborted landing? I think it might be. Well, it's most definitely not departing at this speed, so I think it's going back to the gate. Yeah, it most certainly looks that way. I have actually never seen this situation here before. This is news to me, but yeah, it does not look like Vueling is departing. It's probably returning to the gate, but it needs to clear the way first for this Brussels departure. Another Brussels departure, obviously, as Brussels Airlines on the A319. It's also right behind TAP. But yeah, Vueling is definitely returning to the gate.
I aquest va a Brussel·les. Allà. Que per sota.
Right. Yeah, it looks like sorry, Vueling has cleared the runway, and now Brussels takeoff. And do we get cargo planes at Barcelona? Mainly at night. So this is the airport that doesn't sleep, unlike London Heathrow, where at around 11 p.m. TAP Air Portugal comes on its last flight of the day, and that's it. They shut the airport until 5:30, where you've got transatlantic flights arriving, also BA coming back from Johannesburg at this time. Loads of Virgin Atlantic arriving from United States, and occasionally also some connections from India. The airport does not operate overnight. This one is different. This one operates the whole night and day, and most of the cargo connections are happening very late in the evenings and sometimes throughout the night as well. So we don't see that during the day. Daytime operations are focused very much on European transatlantic non-cargo connections, and loads of private jets, as you can probably gather from watching just a few streams. Right, Brussels Airlines. And we just had Vueling departing to Brussels, so yeah, the ATC likes to sequence them together. So that will go, and then Delta to JFK. I have to have a look at that level. It looks like it's pushing back right now. We will forego Brussels to look at Delta. Sorry about that, Brussels Airlines. But I think that level will go to 24 right. It's heading that way. We'll see. It can also turn, but it remains to be seen. Sorry. I said just a few moments ago, we haven't seen Air Europa today, but one is actually on its way towards us. This one will be a 737 going to Palma de Mallorca. That's level there in the distance, but we're still focusing on Delta. But soon, within a minute or so, we'll know about level departure. Has anyone actually flown level before? I am considering flying level this year. Yeah, I haven't been able to gather any information about the experience on level, be it bad or good. All right, is level turning? Let's see. Okay, let's see Delta Alpha first. And yes, level is coming our way as well. Thank you. Yeah, level turned, exactly. So bye-bye Delta, and in front of us a Bombardier or the A320-300, and this is a very interesting aircraft. It is a SmartWings aircraft with CSA livery. I'm not sure when, but I think it was 2023 when Czech Airlines went bankrupt. In fact, there was a lot of emotion surrounding its last flight between Paris and Prague. A lot of plane spotters and aviation bloggers went on it. You can probably look it up on YouTube. And yes, it was one of the oldest airlines in Europe or even in the world. So SmartWings is now the operator from Czech Republic. And it carries the tribute to the now non-existing Czech Airlines, and this is it. So a very nice touch. And this A220 departing to Prague, of course. Oh yeah. There you go, that's level there. The one that we are waiting for. And now, Air Europa departing to Palma de Mallorca. Constant clicking, a lot of people taking pictures. Right guys, next up is Vueling going to Amsterdam. Behind Swiss, A321 returning to Zurich. And of course Level lurking there around the holding point, and we will see it shortly departing to Miami. I think in the background I see Emirates pushing back to Dubai, but there's a lot of interesting aircraft in front of us now. So first Swiss, the A321, then Level, the A332, and then we'll have my plane of the week, if you follow my plane of the week series, which is a Vueling Tour de France livery. But first, these two. And now a Level. This Level is on the older side, 14 years old. And we've got Raj Waldorf saying, hello everyone, is this a new channel? Well, it depends how you look at it. We will be a one-year-old channel on the 9th of May, so we're fairly new, but we're not that new. Jaro, I love your vids. Thank you very much appreciated compliment. Yeah, Spain and France share a border not that far from here. That's just, sorry, my response to 8 Kookaburra. Barcelona is actually northern Spain, believe it or not. It's not what we normally associate with the north of Spain, but it is northern Spain. Okay, my plane of the week in front of us. That is, of course, a Vueling Tour de France livery, beautiful and brand new livery. I think only the last 3 weeks Vueling carries these beautiful yellow colors, and it's of course for the sporting event Tour de France, Barcelona, Paris. Behind we will see Air Arabia, the original low-cost airline from the Middle East. And bless you. And this Vueling A320 is 10 years old and it's on its way to Malaga. So what happened with the other Vueling? We don't know, do we? We don't know, it's just returned to gate. Okay, Air Arabia. Going to Tangier on the A320, and as far as I'm concerned, Air Arabia has got a base in Casablanca in Morocco, and of course this is an airline from the United Arab Emirates, so also a base in Sharjah. And this one is off to Morocco, going to Tangier. And we see Emirates 777 pushing back, as I said before. But first Air Arabia. Right, so Vueling A320 going to Nice. And it looks like Emirates will be next. A bit of a bittersweet feeling right now, because this is the aircraft that replaced the A380 here from the 28th of February. So yes, is it wonderful? Yes. Is it magnificent? Of course, absolutely, but it's simply not the A380 So please, Emirates, bring the A380 back at some point here this year, because we miss it. This is a 17-year-old Boeing 777, registration A6EWF. We're within 10 subscribers of 10,000. Thank you so much for monitoring that for me. I'm really touched. BCN spotting. What is my favorite aircraft? First of all, BCN spotting, who are you? I don't know anything about you, so yeah. And Sam Nicholson says, I'm back. Hi, hello again, Sam. So, what's my favorite aircraft? I have to say, I love the A350-1000. When and I don't get to see it here, but when I stand at Heathrow and I see all them Virgin Atlantic and British Airways coming in, I love it. Of course, the A380 is spectacular and amazing to look at. But, I mean, I think it's the A350-1000 for me. But I can't honestly say that there's an aircraft that I dislike. I like looking at all aircraft, and you know, all aircraft is good, but some aircraft is definitely better than the other. And I very much enjoy seeing the A350 in British Airways and Virgin Atlantic liveries. So yeah. Here at this airport, I would say I like Level, the A332. I like it. I like the livery, I like the colors. And yeah, if I'm forgetting about something, they are quite a lot of specific aircraft from specific airlines. I like, for example, I love the Etihad Warner Brothers livery Dreamliner. I haven't seen it for a very long time. When it comes to aircraft going up, rotating, I love seeing Dreamliner because I love the shape of Dreamliner wings. So there, variety. But Emirates is here. Seems like 2 cars on a runway, 2 yellow cars. It looks like Vueling will be first. Yeah, Air France is also there. Sometimes the holding point looks a bit of like an obstacle course, and yeah, there's 4 of them here right now. Vueling will go first. Okay, looks like Air France is going ahead as well on the Embraer. And then it might also be a Lufti to Munich before we see Emirates take off. And Theo says, greetings from Amsterdam, from Schiphol Airport. Schiphol or Schiphol? I don't know. Greetings to you as well. Thank you, Sam. Definitely. Definitely. When you hear that in here, especially, how powerful these engines are. Yes, Lufti is going ahead. And I see that more than 200 people are currently watching, and you guys have tuned in despite the wrong thumbnail and an unannounced show. Thank you very much. It makes me very happy when I see established channels that have close to 500,000 subscribers and they running shows and they have 400 people watching. It makes me very, very happy that my third live stream is generating that interest from you guys. So thank you very much. There's Lufti off to Munich. Thank you very much, Sam. Again, loving the stream. Thank you very much. That is much appreciated. I thought for a while that this airport deserved some love because nobody did a show from here. So here I am. Okay, and we've got Vueling with Athletic Club de Bilbao livery, and surely after this departure this will be it, and Emirates will finally be departing back to Dubai. This connection is to Jerez, and I think throughout the 3 streams that we did this week we have seen Vueling Athletic Bilbao livery in every single one. So there, so there. A friend of the show. And finally, I completely agree. It is done to avoid wake turbulence. Absolutely. And where is the plane? Is telling me that we've just hit 10,000 subscribers. Yes, 10,006, guys. We're gonna leave it here today. This is the end of the show, but what a way to end the show, truly. 10,000, so we've hit 5 digits. I don't know what to say, I'm lost for words. Thank you so much to all of you who watched, commented, subscribed today. Thank you also to my regular subscribers who are always supporting me and have been supporting me for the last year. As I said, for this stream, we're going to leave it here. We have seen the busiest departure period and we have pretty much seen the best aircraft departing from here. Thank you all so much again. We will see you all next Sunday. I will put the details in the post, so we are all going to know what time, probably around Saturday already, and hopefully we can meet again here at this lovely holding point of the runway 24 left. Guys, this is it for me. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday. Have a lovely rest of the day. See you all next week. Bye bye.